This might be the biggest hot take in We Are Wrestling history. What's going on, We Are Wrestling Maniacs? I'm the host with the most, Mr. We Are Wrestling himself, the best one, Donnie here, back with a brand new episode of Hot Takes, where I give you guys my hot takes on things going on in the professional wrestling world. And this one is a hot take. But before we dive into all that, if you're not a We Are Wrestling Maniac yet already, and you're not a part of the thousands of subscribers, we recommend you to hit that subscribe button now, turn on the post notifications, videos be coming out of nowhere like an RKO, and of course you already know, the grind is real. So, this past Monday on Raw, we saw the return of NIA JAX. And to be honest with you, this is the last thing I was expecting to happen. This definitely caught me by surprise, and I'm sure it caught you by surprise. But before we dive into my hot takes on NIA JAX's WWE return, I want to know down in the comment section below your hot take. Are you happy with NIA JAX being back in WWE? And I can't believe I'm going to say this. I think that NIA JAX returning to WWE is a fantastic move.
The apron on JAX.
And the first thing I want to put out there is I am not the biggest NIA JAX fan. Who's this? No! Alright, fuck it, out of here.
Who is it?
Nope. Get me out of here.
Oh.
Hey, Jax, oh shit.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. We're done.
Fuck yeah.
I'm going outside. I'm not.
Yo, Nikki's fucking.
I am a huge advocate when it comes to, safety in the ring. And NIA JAX doesn't really have the best, track record when it comes to being a safe worker in the ring. She's, injured lots of opponents throughout the years. And that, I'm hoping, doesn't happen with this second run in WWE. I hope that with this second run, she is a lot safer in the ring. Because I think that NIA JAX has a lot of potential to be a dominant force in the women's division in WWE. She's always had the potential. She is a part of the Bloodline family. She has all the potential in the world if she puts in the work. But she is known for being an unsafe worker, and I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt because mistakes do happen in the ring. So here's why I think NIA JAX is the perfect rivalry for Rhea Ripley right now. Because let's call it like it is, Rhea Ripley's World Heavyweight Championship run has been very lackluster. A lot of people right now are more interested in the whole Judgment Day, storyline going on Raw than, any of the Rhea Ripley feuds for the championship. There's even some fans who don't even want Mommy as the world champion. Even though, in my opinion, she should be world champion because she is one of the most over stars right now. And I think that she just needs to have a solid rivalry to get her to that next level. And I think the plan for Rhea Ripley is to, go into WrestleMania defending the championship against Becky Lynch. There's a reason why they're having Becky, win the NXT Women's World Champion. There's a reason why she's been feuding with Trish Stratus, for the last, 6 to 8 months. It's because they're waiting to have her, go against Rhea Ripley on a bigger stage. And Rhea Ripley has not had any worthy opponents right now that have, taken this championship reign to the next level. Don't get me wrong. Raquel Rodriguez is a fantastic superstar. I think that the potential is there. I think she is definitely a future world champion, but right now is not her time. She's, starting to get over with the crowd, which I really like to see because, WWE is giving her that exposure by, having her team with Liv Morgan, who's very popular with the fans, but she's not ready to be a world champion, and I hear it. A lot of people are saying, what about Candice LeRae? What about Mia Yim? What about Kaden Carter, Katana Chance, Tegan Knox, Xia Li, Piper Niven, Nikki Cross? What about these women? Why are we picking Nia Jax over them? It's because Nia Jax is more of an established star than them. And I'm not trying to, disrespect, these superstars that, aren't really getting opportunities on television right now. But it's the truth. A lot of these, Triple H girls, they're not over with the main roster crowd because at the end of the day, NXT and the main roster are two completely different atmospheres. NXT, you're in a smaller venue where you're filled with a lot of die-hard pro wrestling fans. There's a reason why Black and Gold NXT was so special, because WWE is not known for doing what they did over on that brand. But with Raw and SmackDown, they're in bigger venues. You're dealing with more casual fans, more children. And Nia Jax is already established. She, is a former women's world champion. She, is known because, through the years, she has had that exposure on the main roster. And that's why I am, very intrigued with this, because there really isn't anybody that matches up to Rhea Ripley's size, who is an established star. And I'm not the biggest fan of Nia Jax, but she definitely could, put Rhea Ripley over, and it will just add more credit to Rhea Ripley's title run. I don't think WWE's plan is to give Nia Jax the championship. I don't think so. I think that they want to, give Rhea Ripley a solid rivalry. And I'm sorry, but on paper, Nia Jax versus Rhea Ripley, to me, is a lot more interesting than Candice LeRae, or Mia Yim, or, Kaden Carter and Katana Chance, or Tegan Knox, Xia Li, Piper Niven. I think on paper, Nia Jax versus Rhea Ripley has more potential. And Rhea Ripley has dominated the entire women's division, even squashing Natalya, who has been in WWE for years. It's time that, we give Rhea Ripley a solid rivalry, and I think that Nia Jax is perfect. And let's think about some of the feuds that we can get after this feud with Rhea Ripley. Nia Jax is already an established star, so you can put her in programs with some of these other women that aren't being utilized on television, and that will give them more exposure. Because honestly, they're very talented. I think that WWE has a stacked roster right now. But the reason why we're not getting the Johnny Wrestlings and, the Candice LeRae's on television regularly in bigger programs is because they don't have the exposure of being on Raw or SmackDown, which is a whole different animal than NXT. And the more years you are on television weekly, the more the fans are going to get invested in you. And having, Nia Jax, who's already established, you could put her in a feud with Piper Niven. That is potential money that can put Piper Niven over. You can also, put Nia Jax in a program with Raquel Rodriguez, because she also is, the same size as Nia, and she has a lot of potential. There's a lot of potential feuds that you can get with Nia Jax just because of her exposure. She can put over talent. And one thing Triple H has been doing very good with during, his run as head of creative is these heel versus heel rivalries. And I think that this is going to be very interesting. And the reason why, they're not going to put Bianca Belair in this situation right now, the reason they're not going to put Charlotte in the situation, or, Becky, is because they're already been in the title picture for so long. So they're trying to give new stars an opportunity. But I do think the ones that aren't being utilized on television, like Candice LeRae, they should be on TV, in mid-card storylines. Which I do think WWE, they could benefit off having a mid-card women's title. AEW, they have the TBS Championship, and I think that they've done a pretty good job with that title. And I think that if they did that in WWE, it would be a pretty solid move. But right now, there's really no needle movers in the women's division that, could match up to Rhea Ripley. And, Nia Jax coming back, I think people need to give this a chance. And I'm going to try to give this a chance. And if I'm wrong, then I guess I'm wrong. And this is going to go down as one of the most embarrassing episodes of Hot Takes of all time. But I will say this. But one thing I really liked about this return was her paying homage to Yokozuna and Rikishi, part of, her family, by doing, the drop from, the top rope, which I really, did like that a lot. I think that was a really good touch. And Nia Jax actually looks in way better shape now than she was towards the end of her WWE run. I think that she has all the potential in the world, and I think that this was a good call, and I'm definitely interested in seeing what happens. And it's been a little bit since, we've gotten a big return in WWE. So it's not like it was last year when Triple H, took over creative, where we pretty much just got brand new people just out of nowhere all at the same time. This is very spread out, and honestly, I think that this is a good feud for Rhea, going all the way to maybe Survivor Series. But to all the We Are Wrestling Maniacs out there worldwide, let me know in the comment section below, what's your thoughts on Nia Jax coming back to WWE? I am very interested in seeing what happens. But if you guys enjoyed this, smash that like button now. If you're not a We Are Wrestling Maniac yet already, subscribe, turn on the post notifications. The link's down in the description below. You can go follow me over on my social medias and other YouTube pages, all that down below. And new episodes of the We Are Wrestling podcast are coming out every Saturday over on the We Are Wrestling YouTube channel, or you can listen to it wherever you get your podcasts. But to all the We Are Wrestling Maniacs out there worldwide, we are taking over. Peace.